guys, and here we are back at the M Resort Studio B buffet. I am not gonna shake, I promise, I'm not gonna shake. It's just before Labor Day actually. It's the 3rd, is it the 3rd of September? Yeah, it's the 3rd of September. And I tell you, I have not been disappointed. That's all you need to know. You can either choose the short one, the short version, which is this. It's still a great buffet. Affordable too. Well, not cheap though, affordable but not cheap. Great buffet because it's varied, lots of dishes, great environment, and good quality. And then I'm going to give you the long version with all the, I'll show you all the dishes. Now, before I do that though, I want to show you the seating area. You see, if you're lucky, you can get a booth. But, they don't have a lot of them. So, you may want to be flexible, that's all I'm saying. And this time, we're sitting in this other area, which is the window area. And if you come with families, most of the time you're going to be seated here. I didn't come with my family. I came with my friends. But and this is the seating area here. There you go. And I just show you quickly like that. Now I'm gonna turn. So sorry, but I'm shaking right now. Okay, so now, of course, by the way, before I start showing you the dishes, I just wanted to tell you that for updates on prices and hours, you will find that on our dedicated top-buffet.com page on this buffet. So if you see the description at the bottom of this video, there's a link to that page. Okay, here we go. I'm started here with, I can't say the salad section because they have several. Here you've got your tabbouleh salad, very good. And, excellent hummus. It was so delicate, it wasn't heavy, very well done. And then curry vegetables, it's a cold dish here, and very tasty. And grape leaves. Obviously you got pizza, and some of you are very smart. Some of you said, pizza is for when you come with your children. And because I kept on saying, well, pizza here, like in all buffets, except for maybe Bellagio, it's not good. But then some of you said, oh, it's because it's not supposed to be, it's just for the kids, it doesn't really matter. So maybe you're right, but nonetheless, if you want a buffet with good pizza, you have to go to Bellagio. Then you've got various pasta dishes, and you've got penne pasta with vodka, stuffed rigatone with bolognese sauce, buttered spaghetti, meatball marinara, cheese ravioli with mushroom sauce, and eggplant rollati. Delicious, just like rolled eggplants together. And you've got a pre-tossed Caesar salad, lots and lots of, seasoning. But, it's convenient to have it pre-tossed. Personally, I like it, but there are other options if you don't like it pre-tossed, so I like that. You've got your domestic cheese, you've got your deli meat, and it's good, in some buffets you just come to this cold section and you think, I can't have it. But here it's actually quite good. Iceberg salad, if you don't like your salad pre-tossed, 5-bean salad, mixed green, mushroom salad, it's all cold. This is a cold section. Beet salad, and then some more of the cold section, you've got your creamy potato and egg salad right there. And then you've got your garbanzo salad, your mixed olives here. Can you see it? There you go. And then you've got coleslaw salad. I'm gonna get out and let the gentleman through. Mediterranean couscous salad, which it's amazing. I read it, right? Can you see it? It's all marked here, by the way. Yeah, there you go. But it's not. This is a tuna salad, coleslaw salad, and garbanzo salad. So, for the health conscious, you've got lots of options. And my point is, it's not bland and horrible and boring. It's decently done. Steamed potatoes, crawfish, not much of it left. Jambalaya and piri piri and mussels and clams, which is kind of nice. You have so many options, and this is for lunch, And it's amazing how many options they have for lunch, and the price is affordable. It's $17 plus tax. Check top-buffet.com just in case I don't remember correctly. And I think that, you know, for what you get compared to others, it's a good price. Now, I paid full price. This is full price, but of course you can get here at this buffet. You often have 2-for-1 offers, and you often have even free buffet offers. And I talk about that on top-buffet.com. If you want to ask me specific questions, we have a comments section. Okay, I'll let you. Now, barbecue pork ribs. I mean, I like this buffet. The variety is quite noticeable. It's phenomenal, really, compared to if you compare it to the price, you know. And it's lunch, and I will have a video for dinner too. Chicken with some artichokes. Can you see that? Steamed cauliflower, lovely colors, and cream corn. Fried pollock. I eat so much of that, you know. It's actually well cooked. I mean, for a buffet, it's actually quite good. I didn't think that the oil was overcooked. You know, sometimes you can tell that they've used the same oil like for a month. It wasn't that thing at all. I didn't have that impression at all. And the fish was cooked, which is important. Waffle fries and sweet potato fries. Don't eat too much junk food though, because you will not have any space for the good stuff. So try and have healthy food first, and then something that's really nutritious, and then you have junk food. You can do what you want, I'm just saying. Various obvious turkey gravy and so forth. Oven roasted turkey. It's, you know, is it going to be gourmet like Bacchanal? Probably not, but, and I have a big but here. And I'll show you the dishes whilst I'm talking. Hopefully I won't shake too much. Oh, what's hidden here, just in case, if you want to know, various types of breads. Various types of nicely kept bread so that they're not dry, you know. Is that, yes, of course, the flavors sometimes are not as, you know, gourmet as Bacchanal, which costs like double the price. But you do, I find it light, you know, and it's not, I don't feel like I need digestive enzymes after this meal here. And I do eat a lot of different things. Roasted beef. Nice and juicy. Sweet potato puree, fried chicken, and grilled pork, breast sticks, and egg noodle pasta. So all in all, and there is not one dish that it's below or above what I'm saying, better or worse than what I'm saying. It's actually, it's really consistent. I'm trying to tell you what about the dishes whilst I'm showing them to you. It's not working out very well. Haricot vert, which is like green beans. Ratatouille. Some more meatloaf. Meatloaf and smashed potatoes. Very nice. Cheese enchiladas. Shrimp Veracruz and flour tortilla over up here, and there's nothing now. And chicken sopes. I have not had these yet. I have to try them because it's not easy to have really, really high-end or rather tasty Mexican food. It's like Italian food, you know. You can have Italian food or Mexican food, but it can be just really average or passable as opposed to very good. But I have to admit, I have not tried the Mexican session yet. I will, and I'll write about if there's something noticeable about it that I have to note it. I will add an addendum at the end of this video, and I will also write it on top-buffet.com. What I liked about this is that you have assorted smoothies. You know, this is lunch, so obviously you have a couple of things that may be considered for breakfast, but also because it's nice, it's hot, and everybody likes smoothies in the summer. I like them. I really, really, really like them. They were light and they were flavorful, and I had the impression that I was actually eating real fruit smoothies. I had the blackberry ones. These ones are not blackberry. I haven't tried these ones, but the blackberry ones were absolutely delicious. Light, flavorful, tasted like real ingredients. Real ingredients. Salad with chipotle dressing, and then you've got, of course, your fruit: watermelon, ambrosia salad, pineapple, cantaloupe melon, pears, and green melon. And then, of course, you've got your Japanese section, which is, the sushi. If you're somebody that likes really high-end sushi, or if you come from Vancouver, where they really have good sushi in most places, well, you'll think it's a little dry, it's not ideal, it's not perfect. But I tell you this much, it's still fine for a buffet. If you come for sushi, the best buffets for sushi in Vegas are, besides Todai, which is dedicated to sushi, and I talk about that on top-buffet.com, they are Bacchanal, and now MGM Grand, and great sushi there last time I was there. Bellagio has some nice cones, delicious cones, but they don't really have a significantly assorted sushi section. Now the sashimi salad, I really like this salad. Look, real pieces of fish. Can you see it? There you go. Delicious. Fried clams, strips, and fried shrimps. Tempura vegetables. I've sampled half of these dishes. I'm taking a break because I can't sample anymore, and there's so much more that you could sample. Miso glazed salmon, very perfect temperature. Sometimes it's too cold, sometimes it's too hot. In some buffets, I've been very disappointed. Things were absolutely too cold. Oxtail soup, sweet chili chicken wings, chana masala, and rosemary garlic lamb chops, and beef ribs. Sorry guys, too much food already. I hope I'm not shaking too much. Let me know. I know. Oh, by the way, I got news for you. I am going to get a camcorder to please you all when I do the outside shots that will hopefully be anti-shake. I don't want to use those big ones, obvious ones, when I'm doing buffets, and that's the problem. I like to be very unobtrusive so that I can talk and do what I want. And people think I'm talking on the phone. Pork pozole. And fortune cookies, of course, you find them in any buffet, even the really, really, really cheap ones. Vegetable egg rolls, hot stickers, house fried rice, Singapore noodles, very nice with this nice, thin, flavorful noodles. And then you've got the lo mein. Chinese barbecue pork, and this is chicken. This is kind of sweet and sour chicken. Oh, you should have the sweet and sour MGM brand, by the way. It was delicious. So, talk about this buffet. You will not be disappointed. Everything is good. It is not gourmet. It's not the super high-end, and it will not be necessarily the most flavorful place you've ever eaten in your life. Say, Bacchanal is much more flavorful, but it is flavorful. It's natural. It's flavorful without being too much. Okay? I really enjoy eating it. It feels, I can say, more authentic. I mean, I don't know. In that, because you're not bombarded with a lot of creams and other relatively heavy flavorings, you can eat more. So you can enjoy more. You can eat more for your money. It is one of my favorite buffets in Vegas because I like the variety and the quality is consistently good. Maybe Bellagio's quality is a tad more, Bellagio has some free-range meats, But here, it's good enough to be good, you know? Not good enough in the sense of, oh, well, it's good enough. It's good. Everything is cooked well, the temperatures are fine, the temperatures are always right, the texture is fine, the variety is exceptional, and so I think you will love it. You will love it. I can't, you know, it's difficult to be. I have to eat at the Mexican section, and because I mean there are a couple of sections that I haven't eaten at, and I haven't actually this time had any of the soups. They have lots and lots of soups. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. Manhattan clam chowder soup. Kind of thick. They always are. Minestrone soup, which is actually not at all. I've said something and then it's because in the other ones they use cream, okay, and cream solidifies. Obviously you don't use cream for minestrone soup, but I like the soups here. And tomato and basil soup, and chicken noodle soup. That was pot soup and miso soup. There you go. Look at that. Lots and lots and lots of miso. It's not just liquid. And the only thing, yeah, I mean, I always liked the soup section here. It's varied. Now I'm going to show you another great section, which is the dessert. So, as I said, if you really want to be blown away with flavor, and then I would have honestly, you know, Bacchanal, I have to review it again because I suspect that things are changing there. So check this space, check top-buffet.com because things are changing. But nonetheless, for now, so far, when you go to Bacchanal, there might be a couple of dishes that really wow you in terms of flavors, as if 10 chefs had done it. And also MGM Grand. I had a few dishes at MGM Grand dinner, and they were wowing me. Here, I don't have that experience, but I always am happy that I've eaten here. I hope I've made myself clear. It's a fine, you know, when you're eating at a good buffet, you're just trying to then fine-tune it. What makes it different from the other good buffet, you know? But what makes it different, what is different about this buffet from the others is that the variety is really there, and the price is good. That's the difference. Okay, ready-made crepes with lovely bread pudding, biscuits. I like the dessert section here. It's really good. It's, you know, it's big enough in that what they serve is delicious, and you will love it. And therefore, look at this chocolate molten cake. You will love it, and you will not feel like, oh, I gotta try more, because what you've tried is good. And they went. They're my favorite. Before I started talking about it, chocolate marshmallow clusters. Oh, they always have one or two here at Studio B, M Resort. They always have one or two dishes that they make here. I'm talking about desserts, and they're just so warm. Just come out of the oven. Oh, maybe they don't, but it feels like it tastes like they do. Really fresh, really fresh. Now these are the run-of-the-mill desserts that you find more or less anywhere, except for these mini pecan tarts, which are not that often found. So they pay extra to have these, you know. They actually pay, I'm sure, a little bit more to have higher end desserts and more variety and something unique. You got your croissant, and of course carrot cake. Did I show you the carrot cake? And the mini cannolis. Cannolis is an Italian type from pasticceria, you know. But I haven't had this dessert yet, and so I'm going to give an addendum at the end, add a couple of pieces of information. But I just wanted to do this tour just to show you. And then, of course, the pièce de résistance, which is the ice cream section. Absolutely good quality, and they're using decent ingredients, good ingredients, real fruit, real ingredients. Hi guys, and this is the addendum, and forgive the mess. Okay, so at the bottom I have a Penang curry with steamed rice, and here I have vegetables. You can add chicken and other meat. It's delicious. The Penang curry is still as good as it used to be a year ago, which is, it's a rarity. And then you have clam chowder, Manhattan style, which is good actually. It's good. It's not too heavy. It's thick, you know. I personally like it a bit more liquidy, but it's thick. But it was tasty, and it's not too heavy. And then I'm going to try the noodles and let you know all about that. Singapore noodles, delicious, really delicious. Now I'm going to try the Mexican station that I promised I would try, and I'll get back to you. Hello everybody. Especially from BC, British Columbia, you will find that gelato in BC, but believe me, unless you know of a couple of specialty places in Vancouver, it looks the same, but it does not taste the same. This is high-end gelato. It's as close as it can get to the real Italian gelato. And what the difference is, what is the difference, guys? The difference is the ingredients that they use to make the gelato. I'll talk about it on top-buffet.com. And here, we've got the espresso. We got the espresso. Can you read that? It's beautiful. They haven't taken it away. I love it. Espresso machines, you don't find that often, right? This is, in most buffets they've got these, even, oh my God, even Bellagio doesn't have it. And Bellagio should have it. And by the way, Bellagio should have gelato, and not that thing that comes out of those machines. And you know what I mean, and you think, you can talk. I'm just being a little bit critical, I'm sorry guys. So that's a plus for Studio B. But look at what's there. You get it from Starbucks and you pay, what? We pay $10 in Vancouver. Here, in the US, a little bit less, but you get this, all included. I want to show you if they brought back my favorite things. Yeah, they just added more. Cream puffs. I don't think these are cream puffs. Lovely. They sometimes have other house-made type desserts, but every day it changes, or every week it changes. It's never been the same since I've come here. Okay guys, so I will add something at the end of this video, so stay, or if you just don't want to watch anymore, you've had enough of me, you can read the top-buffet.com dedicated page on this. But all in all, you will love it. You will not be disappointed. If you're really finicky, if you only eat at high-end restaurants, you might think, oh well, the pasta obviously is not, is it, gourmet high-end Italian type. For an example, but it's difficult to find that in buffets. And even Bellagio doesn't really produce that. Not even, definitely not Bacchanal. So this is as good as it gets, almost. The meat is fine, well cooked, it's a nice texture, it's kept warm, it's not dry. The environment is fantastic, the room is great. It's well worth coming here if you have a car, as we do now. Just because, well, this time we had to, because we're going to review a lot of things off strip, and you have to have a car. You can do it you can definitely do it with shuttles, and I talk about that on top-buffet.com. You can, if there's a free shuttle, I'll talk about it. And so there is a shuttle that takes you to M, by the way, to this buffet, and I talk about that on the page. So just click on that page. The link is at the bottom of this video on the YouTube page. But we have to review so many that we have to use a car. But I will use the monorail, I'll use the tram for a few days to show you what that is all about and what it feels like to use those means of transportation, and how long it takes to go from one place to the other. So I also have that. Okay guys, so this was lunch, 3rd of September. Prices and hours are on the page, top-buffet.com, dedicated page on the M Buffet Studio B, okay? And if there is anything else to say, I will add an addendum and I will talk about it on our dedicated page. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with the view of this beautiful buffet. Hi guys, a little addendum about this lovely window area. You know, I think this is mostly used for families. So in a way it's good because if you have children, you come here and you don't have to be self-conscious about your children being screaming. But if you don't like that kind of noise, then maybe I suggest that you stay in this area, though I see children here too. But I did see that change. And of course you got these lovely booths here, you know, kind of a really interesting atmosphere. It's really relaxing for a buffet. For a buffet, it's relaxing. Okay, now I'm going to review the last section that I promised, and off I go. Hi guys, I wanted to show you something before the end of this. Okay, dinner is about to start and lunch is about to end. It's 2:25, so you know, end of lunch. And some people come just before in order to get crab legs at the cheaper price of lunch. But this is the lineup. Look, I've seen worse, but this is the lineup. You know, see it? I'm sure I don't want to shake too much. The crab legs lineup. Can you believe it? So, if you want to have crab legs, and it's really important to you, you might want to come for dinner. Because if you come for changeover, yes, you will spend less money because you pay lunch prices, but you're gonna have to put up with this lineup, which for some of you, if you have time, it's not an issue. It's about saving money. But I just thought you should know. It's always, and you know what? Outside at 2 o'clock when it's changeover and you still pay lunch, it's a lineup too because everybody wants to be cheap, you know, and save some money and come for dinner whilst paying for lunch. But this is it. And I would like to show you what they're waiting for. You know, they want to see it. This is funny. The crab legs haven't even come out yet because it's not quite dinner time yet, right? But they're all waiting and they paid lunch prices. It's what I talk about, you know, the little tips. If you want to save some money, come for lunch, stay for dinner. But because you usually have a 2-hour limit, you have to time it well. And with M Buffet, the lineups outside can be very big. So you gotta time it, I would say arrive here no later than 1:30. Because the lineup can take an hour if it's that bad. And you don't want to miss what you come here to eat. I mean, well, you don't want to miss, you don't want to miss paying the low price, okay? Because if you do that, I am sure that's because you want to save money, which everybody wants to do. But, you know, oh, and there they come. I have to show you. And there they come. And they're obviously cut. And many people like it cut. There you go, there they come. And there's the lineup of happy people. So yes, of course, who doesn't want to pay for lunch and stay for dinner? Everybody. I used to pay for breakfast and stay for lunch, you know. And it's a tip. Everybody wants to save some money and then perhaps put it in the slot machines. But so it's a tip, you know. It's hard for me because if you are a follower of my channel, you know all this stuff. But if you've seen this is your first video, then you don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about rollover, which is paying for lunch prices and staying over for dinner. Not all buffets allow you to do this. This is one that does, and it's another plus for this buffet. But as I say, watch the lineups, and I do talk about that on top-buffet.com as well, if I haven't been clear. But you can also ask me comments on the comments page at top-buffet.com, which I've now opened so that you can talk to me that way. I check that one quite often, and it's easier for me to keep tabs of the comments, easier perhaps than YouTube, because I got so many to moderate. Okay, guys, so I will probably review dinner. But I did say that, in fact, I was going to give you an update for the sections that I tried and didn't quite discuss before. And I did already tell you about the Asian Penang and curry section. Delicious, lovely noodles as well. Singapore noodles, very flavorful, very spicy. I mean, truthfully, authentically spicy. The Singapore noodles right there, oh my God, among the best I've had. And the Penang curry, the Penang sauce here is delicious.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And the salmon, which the first time I had it was good. The second time I had it was actually dry, a little dry. So I felt I had to tell you that. Now I'm going to try the couple of dishes that I didn't try and let you know. I'm correcting myself because the assorted smoothies are remaining, and that's good news. Because between meals, between one dish and the other, you want to have something that helps you digest. And then here, of course, you've got the oysters. Look. And that's another thing that you can enjoy for dinner after 2:30 with the tips that I gave you. And look at the lineup, of course. Of course. You know, the first times I came to buffets, I was doing the same, you know, and I suggest you do the same because it's all about saving money. Because you and I know you're gonna spend a lot on those machines or on those at those tables, so you might as well save it where you can. But I've just come fresh from where I live, and it's currently Vancouver, BC, but I'm changing, coming to the US. But Vancouver, BC, so expensive, and so I'm looking at this with fresh eyes from somebody who does not live in Vegas yet, but will. And I thought, oh my God, this is such a good deal, you know. And sometimes we lose sight of that. And I think the European viewers, the Canadian viewers, and depending on where you live in the US as well, because I've eaten in many nice, beautiful US cities, and things were not that cheap. It's still a great deal. If you come from those areas, you'll come here and think, oh my God, I can have all this food for such a low price, and then I can even do this lineup just before I change over just before dinner starts, and I can even have crab legs for a very low price. Okay, so check prices on top-buffet.com, and if there's anything to be said about the Mexican section, I will say it as with another addendum, or I will write it on top-buffet.com, the dedicated page about this very buffet. This is great, guys. M Buffet, Studio B, still affordable prices, though, you know, not cheap, but affordable, especially if you come for lunch and stay for dinner. Bye-bye.